Okay, so far we've mainly been working with this London Road corridor, and now I want to focus our attention on the State Route 97 corridor because now we need to interact with that corridor. If you recall, State Route 97 corridor, this is a divided highway, has a couple bridges here as well as some abutment walls, and now we're going to need to interact with this corridor a little bit, so I want to show you some tools that we can use to interact with that corridor. So I'm going to open up the State Route 97 corridor so we can have a look at that. I want to save my settings for my London Road corridor first, so we can go up to Save Settings, and then I want to go over to File, Open, and we're going to browse to our State Route 97 corridor. So this has already been set up and ready to go, so we're going to open this up. And you can see the model here for State Route 97. It's just a divided highway. And we also have some bridges here and also some abutment walls, but we've got a problem. We can't see the London Road corridor, and there's also some grading here going through our bridges and our walls. So how do we address that? Well, one way we can do this is we have a tool that's called corridor clipping. And if we go up to corridors, we can add a clipping reference. And what a clipping reference allows us to do is it allows us to take a element that's placed in the DGN file. In this case, I have a bridge clipping shape. And what we can do is we can select that and it'll clip out the portion of the corridor where the bridges are in these walls. So what I want to do is I want to clip out this portion of the corridor so that we can better see my bridges and my abutment walls here. So let's go up to the corridor clipping tool and add that shape there that I've drawn. This is my clipping reference. This is just my bridge shape. We're just going to clip out our corridor with inside this shape. So we first need to select the corridor that we want to clip. So we're going to select this corridor. It's our State Route 97. And then our clipping reference is going to be this bridge clipping shape here that I've drawn. And that's drawn in my controlled geometry DGN file. Again, it's attached as a reference file. So I'm going to select this, and then I'm going to right click to complete the process. And it's going to go through and clip out the portions of the model with inside of that shape. And then now we'll be able to better see my bridges and my abutment walls that I've created. So you can see did a pretty good job of clipping out the model, so now things are a little bit more clear. Now what we'll do is we'll go back into our London Road corridor drawing and we'll turn on the State Route 97 model and the bridges and the walls so that we can show you some other tools and how we can interact with this data. So let's go over to the London Road corridor. So I'm going to switch drawings and go back to my London Road corridor after I've done my clipping. Now over here, if we look in the 3D view, we just have our London Road corridor. So now let's go up to our reference files and turn on our State Route 97 corridor, our bridges, and our abutment walls. So in my 3D view here, I want to make this active. I want to come over to my reference file, dialog. I want to toggle on the State Route 97 corridor. We also want to toggle on our abutment walls as well as our bridges. So we got our bridge corridor here, and then we can close that. So you can see now we can see all the pieces that we need. So you can see the London Road corridor, State Route 97 corridor, and then the abutment walls and bridges. Let's review the cross sections as well, so you can see how the State Route 97 corridor and the bridge abutment walls and the bridge will show up on the London Road cross sections. So let's go over here and make the cross section view active. So we'll left click on that. We'll do a right click and we're going to locate our station via data point for our cross section. And we'll go somewhere over here where State Route 97 crosses over London Road. So I'm just going to pick the plan view and then pick a station somewhere near here. And the cross section will go to that station that we picked in the plan view. Now if we zoom out a little bit in our cross section, you'll see our bridge abutment walls, you'll see our State Route 97 up above, And you also see part of our bridge because of the skew angle that we're on here cutting through the model. And if we navigate through the cross sections, we'll be able to see the different components from the other corridors that we have attached to the cross sections. And this is useful for when you're doing detailed design work.